My name is SimValera and welcome not to mini London, not to mini Moscow, and not even to mini Berlin, but to mini Paris, or what is going to be called mini Paris. That is right, we are back with SimCity for another round of building a city from the real world, and this time it is for Paris. For the next 59 minutes, technically, for the next hour, we will be building the capital of France and we will try our best at making it beautiful. Now, I could make the series out of it. Like with building Moscow, I could make episodes and divide this one video. But instead I decided to make one big video, so this way you can watch it whatever way you like and you can just choose whatever is more convenient for you. So for example, you can watch the whole hour if it is not hard for you, just in one go. You can split it in parts for yourself, or you can just skip on parts, which is not the best way for me, but just do whatever. It is all for you after all. So I hope you don't mind. That's what I'm trying to say, that this video is that long. But anyway, we'll be working on lots of things, and right now I'm just putting the river Paris. This river is called I believe Siena anyway, and I use the river forming tool, and I got it from Simtropolis. Once again, if you've been here, then you've heard of it already. It is a very useful website. You can get lots and lots of stuff over there, and this river forming tool is from there. So please go over there if you would like to. I can leave a link in the description for this river forming tool and for other mods that I will be using, because I will be using mods. Because with the help of mods, we can make our city even more beautiful, even more gorgeous, and that's what we are trying to do here. Now, we are trying to put over a bridge, and it is always tricky when we use this river forming tool to put bridges. Well, and especially because I forgot kind of to do this, because I haven't been here for quite a while. But still we were able to make some beautiful bridges, which is great. And we start off with Arc de Triomphe. That is what it's called, I believe. Arc de Triomphe. And we will put it right there in the middle. For now we got this roundabout, because in real Paris it is located in the roundabout. And I put another circle in the middle, but I will get rid of it because I wasn't happy with the way it looked. It just wasn't in the middle, and the pavement wasn't perfect around the arc. Well, the struggle was too real. It took too much time for me to set up this circle in the middle of the roundabout, you will see. And still I was choosing the way of where our arc should look, and how we should stand. I don't know how you better say it, but I will change it, the way it stands, and I will get rid of the circle. In Paris, this roundabout has about 12 roads going from it, and here we will have just 8. Because why not? Because why not? 8 would be just great, especially we don't have that much of space. And it is called Building Paris, but the Mini Paris feature video is coming up in 2 weeks, so please stay tuned for that. So it is called Mini Paris Miniature, our miniature version of it. So we don't have to be exactly 100% accurate, but still I will try my best at creating the city that has this great feel of Paris and looks kind of same, kind of similar. So lots of tries, talking about this circle, lots of fails, not that much of luck. And I did get some luck at the end. But again, I wasn't happy with the way this circle looked. So I got rid of it, and instead I've just decided that the square will be just more, I don't know, convenient, or just will be a better choice here. And we just put our arc on either way. You see, it just, the payment wasn't good, and it was just meh. No. Instead, if you can't work with circles, you can always work with squares. They are very useful in this case. And we just surround our Arc de Triomphe with some pedestrian roads. Again, if you are new here, from Metropolis, it's a mod. It's pedestrian roads and pedestrian paths. And for the river forming, the river is called Cien, I think. Cien. I'm trying to look up here. And we connect our new square to the roundabout and to the roads that we already got. We will connect to 4 out of 8. And again, they didn't want to connect, so I had to get rid of things. Sometimes you can just, if things don't work out, get rid of them and start it all over. Sometimes it is a good choice and things will work out. Sometimes you can just harm yourself and, get rid of all the good that you had. So it's always kind of risky. And it is risky in this case as well. Our perfect roundabout, kind of perfect roundabout, got not that perfect, and we got some imperfections, but still it looks good, right? Still is doable, and still it's good. It is good. Nice looking roundabout we got there. Lots of trees, lots of love for this Arc de Triomphe. At first, you see, I tried to put lots and lots of trees right next to each other. Later, and by later I mean around in half an hour, I will get rid of half of the trees, so there will be like more space in between. And see, I was already trying some, I don't know, I was trying to put them this close, and then I thought that it was too much, so I removed some. And here you can see another design, not just some tree lines, but like shapes for design purpose. It reminds me of a star or something. Again, it was inspired by the actual Arc de Triomphe. There is like this pavement around it. I don't know what you call it, but there is like this design, this such shapes, still kind of. But again, it reminds me of a star. I don't know if it does for you. Then I put some more trees, and that is how our Arc de Triomphe gonna look for the next minutes. Still, we will have some changes later, and yeah, you'll see it will look even better later. Oh yes, now Eiffel Tower, of course we're gonna have one. Don't know if I have to explain why it is here. I would even call it the symbol of Paris or France, I don't know. And it's like Big Ben for London, or Brandenburg Gate for Berlin, or St. Basil's Cathedral for Moscow. Here we have Paris and Eiffel Tower. Now another technique, if you are curious about building, and if you're still here listening to me, I guess you are curious about building. Thank you for listening, by the way. So here's the technique. We got our river forming tool, got our canals. Now, not to leave them just with this dirt, you can surround them with roads. Wow, right? Groundbreaking. Just with roads. Not with just regular roads or with pedestrian ones or with pedestrian paths. We're gonna use all the types here. Pedestrian paths is white ones, if you don't know. These white ones. And lots of bridges we will also have here. Didn't count how many, but lots. And it is again kind of hard to connect this kind of walls of our canal with the bridges because bridges don't want intersections on them, and they can be kind of sharp, and it's just no good. So we're gonna have to deal with that. Got our Eiffel Tower, then got rid of it, then we put it again because I wanted it to face the other way. Anyway, and in real Paris there is also the bridge that goes next to the Eiffel Tower, so we're gonna have one. And again, if you got a road this close to the water, you will not be able to, oh wow, we got rid of our Eiffel Tower once again, you will not be able to put a bridge to the road that is so close to the canal, to the river, the water, just because the game doesn't want you to, just cause. It is kinda irritating, and it is what it is, so we just gotta have to deal with it. Yikes, yay. I was trying to put it perfectly in the middle, you see? It's all for the beautifulness, gorgeousness. Now we use some pedestrian paths, or at least try to. Then I'll probably replace them. Yeah, you see, this way we get kind of these walls for our canal, and we surround it with some more roads. We see trying to connect them, and I will just leave them not connected. And that's what I was doing in my mini London and my mini Berlin. If you watch these videos, if you haven't, go watch them, because there are canals with the help of the river forming tool, and I was surrounding them just as here with these pedestrian roads and paths. But when you get close to the bridge, the game doesn't allow you to create intersections and to connect all these things together, so it is kind of hard and not perfect and not that beautiful as it could have been. So what I do is I just put these paths or roads, the walls of our canal, as close to the bridge as possible, just so it will look that it is all there, yet it's kind of not. And it works. Still it works. So I feel like, why not? We can do that. We can do this. We are permitted to do anything we like, because it's all about how we look at it and how we feel it, and I feel just great about it. So let's just deal with it. Put double roads here, right next to each other. Feel like kind of a why not? Pedestrian road that creates walls for our canals works just perfectly like a sidewalk or something here. So why not? And on another side of the river we will have this pedestrian path, and just kind of finish the look of the Eiffel Tower. They just complement it. And anyway, we will work on some more roads because we want lots of buildings here, and we will just set up some more roads and curve them up a bit. And you see, I'm able to put buildings just like that, just plop them. How, you may ask, if you haven't been there, if you're new again, I'm explaining it for you. Look at my UI. There are lots of icons that are not in games right away. Well, it's thanks to the Project Car mod, and it's just is very handy, and it gives you it gives you the power to put the building straight away, and you don't have to zone and wait while they grow and develop. You can just put them wherever you want, however you want, whatever you want. Finally it is all about you. And I feel like the developers should think so when they create games. They should care first of all about the gamers. But anyway, that's another talk. That's another story for another discussion. We have here something that I would like to call Champs de Mars. Champs de Mars. I don't know how, Champs I guess is the field. Oh, I guess in French it should be pronounced like Champs de Mars. Champs de Mars, de Paris. I'm sorry if you're French, but I hope I don't offend anyone. Now, this thing that we will be calling what I call Champs de Mars, is this park that is right next to the Eiffel Tower that we got there. And again, it just creates this beautiful area around Eiffel Tower. And I'm sure you've seen the pics. There are so many of them in the internet or in the movies, just all over the place with the Eiffel Tower and with this park that goes next to it, and with the people who walk onto it and just looking at the sunset or whatever. Anyway, sitting on the grass, having their picnics, spending their time. Now we will spend some more time creating some beautiful layouts and trying to not only create the most realistic city in terms of creating mini Paris, but also the most beautiful one in terms of letting our imagination just flow, and just go and just make things the way we feel it, not the way some architects did when they were planning the city, or I don't know. I don't know, yeah, that's my motto. I don't know. This should be, it's not mine. I don't have the copyright. Anyway, we will go on over to this side. Now, as I looked at the map, there is this interesting situation with the roundabout that is not really a roundabout, but like it works like a roundabout, but not the shape of a circle. That's what I'm trying to say. So we will have something that will work just like a roundabout, but it will not be a shape of a circle. It will be a square with rounded corners. Yep. And here, the technique I was using, I was just drawing the roads with the same length, and I was doing it with the help of the game that was telling me that if you draw this long, it will cost you 41 simoleons. So I was trying every time where's my accent even? I was trying every time to make the cost of the road 41, so they're all the same length, so we get these squares. Probably it is not the easiest way to do this. Yeah, it is surely not. Maybe, I don't know, but I just felt like doing it so, and at the end it looked perfect. So I feel like, why not? If at the end things look perfect, just go for it and just do it. And just use the tools that are more convenient for you. It is, since it's just a game after all. You always have to do things that are more convenient for you, and there is no right way of playing. So just always try to be you and do you. But anyway, I will here use this arc that is from Spain actually, but it has this look, white kind of stone, and this arc just kind of fits here, and it looks just great. And it's kind of like the why not. If you play SimCity, you may know that you're only allowed to have 3 landmarks per city. So when I was thinking, what should I use here? What should I put? What would be good? Well, obviously, Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, and something else. I was thinking, well, about the Louvre. I hope it is pronounced so, Louvre. But we don't have pyramids here, especially glass ones. But if there was like a pyramid from Egypt, I would definitely use it. And we don't have a cathedral that would look like, oh my gosh, another pronunciation struggle, Notre Dame de Paris. And we have Köln Cathedral from Köln, from Germany. I'm not sure again if it's pronounced Köln. But it is so dark, and it's made of this brown stone, and it is so just black and dark and brown again, so dark that it is no good here, because when we will get our French looking buildings, they have the colors of white and blue, so dark, black and brown, no good here. So I'm gonna use it, and instead I decided to use this arc from the Spain. Wow, that was a long story, right? We moved on to another side, and yeah, we will be just surrounding our river with some more pedestrian roads, and trying to create some more walls, and you can see on this side as well. And you see here, there I was trying to connect this path to the bridge, but it wasn't letting me to, because why would it? And instead, yeah, I was playing around, and at first you put up one thing, then you get rid of it, then you put it again, and yeah, it's just how it goes here. Yeah, we just surround our canal, all the sides of the coast, river. Anyway, here we were also connected into the bridge. Here you see, I just left it. I didn't connect the pedestrian path to the bridge. I just left it there as close as possible. Which was like kind of a why not. And talking about this side that we are working on right now, here we will have our central business district of Paris that is called, I believe, La Défense. La Défense. Probably. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's what Google tells me. La Défense. Like, I don't know. What are you trying to protect from? Defense? Anyway, lots of skyscrapers will be there, and they will give us a beautiful look at. Yeah, later. Anyway, for now I just drove some more roads, and again, here in this city I feel like I've set the record. I don't think I've ever made so many bridges for one city, but here we have lots and lots of them. And lots and lots. Another bridge on this side. And again, it's hard to walk with them. That's what I usually try to use as less as possible of them, but here it was just inevitable, because our river goes through all the city. Yeah. And especially when they are not 90 degrees, it's even harder to put our pedestrian paths and walls of the canal as close as possible. But yeah, anyway, here I was trying to put a park, didn't work out. You see, I put already, get rid of lots of things, put skyscrapers and tall buildings made of glass, because that's what we need here. Lots of tall buildings with lots of glass windows. I don't know. You probably do. You see at the picture that will appear here. Yeah, you see the picture. That's what was the idea, and now was my inspiration. There is this Eiffel Tower and these skyscrapers in the background, and lots of buildings that are like 5 floors tall or something, all over the place. And on the right, according to the map, there is this Arc de Triomphe, so it is all right. It's all right, all good, and just how it has to be, but in our miniature way. So I set up our central business district, lots of skyscrapers. I was then zoning some more, because there is no way we can just plop our French older looking, European looking buildings. There is no way we can just plop them. We only have to zone and wait before they grow and develop, unfortunately. And in order for them to grow up on our land, we need to have an expensive land. And to have expensive land, we need to have lots of parks and other stuff that will increase the land value. So I will have to work on that as well. So I need some more roads there for buildings. Again, I know it's, well, for some people this is not the most fun part, putting roads, making layouts, but we just have to have them, otherwise where you gonna have buildings then? Popping up, growing up, developing. Now, I was also trying to put the roads close to the canals, but not that close as this pedestrian path, but like close in the distance of a building. So it's like our European buildings will stand as close to the canal as possible, and it will all look just as good as in Venice. Yeah, in Venice. Buildings that are really close to water, and it's all sinking. Don't know if Paris is sinking, probably not. And don't know if there is this coast. If you haven't seen it in our miniature version, we have the sea and city. Well, but that's just the maps that we have here. And to have you see, to have the river, if you want to build a city with a river, you need to choose a map that is really not in the mountains, or as low as the sea level, kind of close to the sea level. So this way you will be able to draw the rivers from the sea, because if you just create the rivers in the middle of a field, it would look strange, at least, because like where they go from is like you created a pool, and what is this pool even from? No one ever does that. If there is a river, it goes from somewhere and it flows into somewhere else. It's just an endless flow of water. That's just how the earth functions. And then we put some roads here for central business district, for skyscrapers and for the buildings made of glass, because we don't want to have just a couple. We need kind of many, not many, but I don't know, a dozen some buildings here for the background, to be honest. I put them, they're not in the center, they're not the most important thing here, and not the main part. The main part is obviously the Eiffel Tower, and well, Arc de Triomphe is important as well. And here we come back to our Arc de Triomphe. As I said, in half an hour we will come back to it, and we will come back even later. You see, it's been 30 minutes, wow, if you're still listening, thank you a lot. Anyway, I was trying to come up with some interesting designs for this of the Triomphe, because again, if you create a city that has a layout of not just grid, of not just roads that go perfectly 90 degrees to each other, and you know what I mean, like this grid, perfect roads 90 degrees, but like you use some roundabouts, some curved roads, some rounded roads, and all these things, it becomes kind of a challenge. Spacing becomes kind of a challenging, and because you gotta lose some space, but still you have to think about it, and you have to come up with good ideas for it. And here are some ideas for you. It's all for you. I give you some ideas. Hope you appreciate it. I put I've put another circle around a roundabout, and then we will have a round of roads, not a round, you know what I mean. We have other roads, round of roads, around other roads here next to the canal, but we will not put our pedestrian paths you see this close to the, right now I do put this pedestrian road on the edge of the land where the water starts, but I will get rid of it here, because if we will leave this road there, we will not have enough space for buildings to grow there, and it is no good. We need buildings there. We need them. It's just that we need them a lot. So instead we will just leave the dot there, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I feel like if we have variety here, it just looks more realistic, because yeah, just because I feel like variety adds the more realistic feel to it, because where you see exactly the same looking roads or streets or whatever looking exactly the same, well you can find some things that look exactly the same, but not everywhere, and like not all of them. But anyway, then we put some more roads, and here's this technique with the building, and so this way we will have the perfect space for buildings to grow. And you will only see the European looking buildings at the very, very end of the video. Stay tuned for that. By the way, it will be like 10 seconds at the end. But yeah, if you want to see more, stay tuned for mini Paris feature video in 2 weeks. Then I was trying to make things more interesting and just to kind of play around. So instead of putting regular roads, I put these pedestrian ones, and I was trying to create a park. I don't think I did my best at it, and I don't think I did my, I did a good job. Well, I did a good job, maybe. It is always up to you to decide and to judge me. But I always judge myself. So we will get a rather doable park here. And you see, because we have this map that is a square and it is not that big, you gotta always think about it. And I feel a good idea is not to build stuff right on the edge of the map, because this way you will just complement these boundaries, and you will make boundaries more viewable and more visible. And I feel like that's not what you have to do. What you have to do is to kind of blend it all in. So the city will have the shape of a city, like not the shape of a square, but it will be just, different, and so this way it will be harder to see the square, because it is now cool that, yeah. Anyway, we can talk about maps in SimCity later. There have been so much talks about it. And there we got this little kind of park. There, yeah, later there will pop up some French looking buildings and it will look even better. But that's just how I build. At first I need to set up all the things so everything will be ready, and only then we will push our simulation button and the city will start living. And here we come back to our Champs de Mars, and put this, and you see, yeah, beautiful, these tree lines. And I believe in, I've seen on the pictures that these trees that I've put there just by now, they have the shapes of a square, thanks to the gardeners, or I don't know, thanks to who, probably the gardeners, some gardeners that make them square. We don't have the power to make them square here, but still we have the power to put some beautiful trees, and still they look the same. If you look close, if you look at them closely, you will notice that they are the same, which is not necessarily a bad or a good thing, it's just a thing. And we will also put some trees over here, just because we have some space, and this way our Eiffel Tower kind of blend in with other things, and they will look good. And we will also put some tree lines on the outside, on the one side and on the other side, and everywhere and all over the place, to be honest. Right next to the river, yeah, over here also lots of trees, but different kinds, some big, some small, some tall, some short ones. It's all good. And then we continue this pedestrian path, so people will actually walk there, and they can have a nice walk, which is always good. Hopefully they will not jump off into the water, because we have no limits there for them to do so. Anyway, we go to another side and then put these tree lines over here. We will also have a somewhat park over there, but later at the very end once again. And we continue zoning. It's a long process, and we don't want to zone this close to the Eiffel Tower, because as I've seen in the pictures, again, I've never been to Paris, hopefully one day, but because I've never been there, I've looked some pictures, and the Eiffel Tower has lots of trees around it. So, but trees, like, there is like a park. But if I put just trees, it will look like a forest. And nah, we need park over there, and yeah, I don't think it will look good. So yeah, I don't think we need a grove there. Yeah, grove, wood. Anyway, then we go to this side and put some. See, I was trying to use regular roads to put the wall, to make the walls of the canal, but it didn't work out at the end. So I got some pedestrian paths instead, because here we will have some other European-looking buildings. That's just the way we fill our city with what we fill our city with. French buildings. And you see, it is a long process of me trying to surround our canal with walls for it. And you remember, you can always use different times, and you don't have to if you don't want to. Yeah, I believe that it's really not that necessary. Just the dirt, the ground looks fine as well, especially since we just have all the types here. And here's some other different types of layouts. See, I was thinking of expanding our central business district to the other side of the river, and you see, I was thinking of putting this skyscraper where I should put it, if I should put it on the other side of the river. I ended up not to, because if you remember the picture that was here 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, there was a somewhat distance in between central business district and the rest of the city, with not small but short, yeah, not tall at all, European buildings. So there was this distance. I believe there is a park. So there are lots of trees, but we don't have space for lots and lots of trees for a big park. So instead we just have a river that kind of separates the areas. So I'm not gonna have skyscrapers on the other side. And instead we will just have them all over there, and they will just work for us as the background. Yep. And here I continue putting some roads next to the canal. So we will have some buildings right next to it. And again, for the sake of Venice. Yeah. Maybe, I wish I could make Venice here, but we don't have buildings. Maybe I will create some. Well, never say never, but we don't have such a big variety of buildings here. I would love to create Venice in city skylines. Yeah. Since we have lots and lots, and we can have in the future lots and lots of different looking buildings. And yeah, I would love to have Italian looking buildings or some other ones. Because yeah, why not? Here in our square with rounded corners roundabout, we will have a park. And you see, that's how you can make it more interesting. You don't have to put just a park. You can put pedestrian paths and then a park next to it, and then play around with the paths. And so this way it will all look just like it is one thing, yet it is not. And you can pay attention to how the park looks. So you see, it's got its own paths, its own little pedestrian paths. So you can like connect them in a nice way, and it's just all together. It's like together, yet it's not, but like, yeah. And on this part of the city, on this corner, we will have our water supplies and our sewage, because as much as I wanted not to put these things, because they have nothing to do with design. Well, they have something to do with design, but they have nothing to do with design in Paris, and they don't add any French feel. I wish I did have to, but we have to if we want our city to function and develop and grow. If we want some citizens to come here and live, some French people and some buildings to grow, we need to have all these things, some water, some sewage. We will also save some garbage and some other things for people to live and enjoy their life. And you see, I got rid of the parts. Yeah, I was looking so much here, but we will also have some city services like, of course, school and police and fire station and healthcare and all that things, of course. But then some more zoning, and yeah, we will be yet to work on our land value. Off camera I will increase it, because we need some very expensive land if we want the French looking buildings. I will put some expensive parks here and parklets. Those are like little parks, and these are like also mods, parklets, that's what they call some little parks. You can get them on simchocolate.com. Now, some more roads, some more zoning, and On increasing land value, well, yeah, I will put some bugs, but off camera as well. We have this situation with the coast. Again, it all comes up to our imagination and with the way we look at it, because I haven't seen ocean or sea in Paris, but maybe there is, but I don't know. I haven't seen one. So it is all up to us how we want to make it look. And in this corner of our city, we will have our industry. Again, we need our city to function somehow, and we gotta have some industry, and we'll have some electricity here, and it will also be a place for our garbage. So, with some factories and some roads not that close to the river, because we don't want our Xi'an get the river Xi'an. I hope it is pronounced so. I'm sorry if it's not. The river gets polluted. We don't want so. We don't want it. We don't. No, thank you. Some more factories, they will complain later that they don't have enough workers and they don't have electricity, because I will forget in the first hours of after turning the simulation on that I forgot about electricity. But yeah, here we again come back to Arc de Triomphe here. Wow, it's been a while since we've been here, right? It's just coming back from one point to another and then coming back, and it's all just the process of making. Yeah, that's how I roll. And here's another technique. You see, you don't have to just put these tree lines, but you can make these interesting designs, like with the trees in different ways. Well, here's another way, but I will get rid of it. And the reason for it is that I felt like it was too much. You see, it feels so heavy, and there is no need for so many trees, and sometimes grass is more profitable. It's profitable to leave grass. Grass works just great, and sometimes not doing something is better than doing some stuff that is actually no good. And it's not only in city planning and designing, but in real life as well. Not doing is not necessarily bad. But anyway, some more zoning over here for French buildings, and on this side as well, or everywhere, over there, over here. And we connect these roads on the coast, and we'll also get some buildings over there as well. No, I didn't like the way the situation with roads was here. Didn't like the way they looked, so I got rid of them, and instead was trying to put them like this. And again, we are on the edge of our map, so to have the skyscrapers on the very edge of the map is probably not the best idea ever, but they were kind of like a background here for us, so yeah, we'll just leave it like that. We'll deal with it. And you see, usually when you plan a city, you won't, but the tallest buildings be kind of in the center, and then as we go further, the further we go, the shorter the buildings get. So the smaller, and on the very edge of our cities, on the outskirts, we get some really small ones. But the tallest and the biggest ones in the middle, in the center, well, that's how I was trying to do here, but not in terms of the whole city, but in terms of a central business district. Here we have, the tallest in the middle, but not really. I've decided, whatever, and I put the tallest one, it is the hotel, right on the edge. It is the building that is the closest to the sea, to our ocean, or whatever it is. Sea is technically an ocean, It is part of it, but it's like, it's all water, it's all together. Anyway, worked kind of too much on this thing over here. See, I put this pedestrian path, some crosswalks, and then some tree lines. I don't really know why I was spending time on this. It's a very on the spot, and you probably wouldn't even notice. And in my mini Paris video, I will probably not even mention it and will not show it. And like, why would you spend time with something that is not important at all? I don't know, I usually do. It's like, if I create something, then it's not like, yeah, this matters and this doesn't. Everything matters. It's all about details, I feel like. And here we also work on roads. I'm sorry if it was too much for roads here, but that is how I build. At first I get the basics, and then I put the simulation on, turn the simulation on, and let the city just grow. So I don't have to, let's just say, I don't put the things for like, yeah, they will work for now. For now, let's just leave it there. No, I want the things be ready. And as I push the play button, it's all ready. It's all, yeah, and it's all ready to develop and grow and live. That's just how I do. And for another corner, you see, corners are like the special parts of our city. We will have this high school with the park that kind of belongs to it. I don't know, it's like a part of our campus for high school. It doesn't look very European, but we'll deal with it, and that's why it is in the corner. So we will also have this elementary school. It has this English look, but still European, so kind of not in the center, but yeah, over here. We'll just put it here, because why not? We don't have to only have the French looking buildings, right? Also, we'll have the fire station, of course, the fire department, how can we not? And also the hospital over here. This hospital is made out of glass, so I felt like the perfect place to put it is in our central business districts, because we have lots of buildings made of glass over here. And we add a lot of some features to it. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. Some more bugs, and so we will probably have some balloons here, and I love when balloons fly over the city, especially like in the shape of heart. I just feel like for the Paris, it just will be perfect if we will have a balloon in the shape of a heart, the city of love. Cool. And we expand our jumps to Mars. Well, it's not jumps to Mars, oh, I don't know, just a bug here and right next to the Eiffel Tower. I don't know, right next, close to the Eiffel Tower, because I didn't feel like filling it all simply with trees, but I wanted to have some paths, some fountains, and just trees. But yeah, just like here, some benches, fountains as I said, some flowers and grass and things like that, and flower beds, yeah, all these things for parks, you know, gardening. Put lots of trees next to them, Eiffel Tower, and I don't know, maybe I will get rid of them, maybe not. We'll think about it. I know, maybe. Who knows? I just promise that I will not change that much of camera, but of course I will have to work on some things, so you know. But I promise that I will try my best at not make it entirely in other cities, because then what was the point of this video? Maybe it was to give you some ideas or to inspire. I don't know why you look at this. If you're still listening, by the way, thank you. I have these checkpoints at 35 or 30 minutes. I said thank you. Now I say thank you again. And we have not that much left for us to do. I got this police station. At first, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. Yeah, it's already there. The police station that also goes with the DLC. It looks very French and it is small. At first I thought I was putting the big one, but since we have this French looking, yeah, it is a must to put in there. I got our garbage here, and yeah, talking about the police station, yeah, I'm not sure if I've chosen the best place for it, but it's kind of next to the shore, it's small, maybe it's good, maybe it's alright, yeah. Then we have some more factories here, some industry. Again, that will complain that it won't have enough workers, so, but it's a problem for me, not for you. And again, it's kind of hard to balance on things and to both care about the developing of the city, of the functioning of it and the gorgeousness of it, and because we try to make Paris, yet still we have to worry about such things as water supplies and electricity and I don't know, the rate, the unemployment rate or something like that. I got this mansion. Unfortunately it has the red roof. Maybe I will get rid of it, maybe it will stay there, but it just perfectly stays there, stands there next to the ocean, but I don't know how I feel about the colors of it. Maybe it will stay there, I don't know. Again, looks European, and I've turned on the simulation, and then I've noticed that buildings were complaining that there is no electricity, so I had to put this power plant, if it is called so, power thing. Yeah. Of coal, yeah, I'm not sure if Paris they still use coal. I would rather use nuclear power, but solar power, wind power, but it doesn't give you too much power, but the nuclear power plants, power things, they're too big. Anyway, here I was telling you that we will have some parks here, yeah. Some parks here, we have them. And we will also put some tree lines and some pedestrian paths just to connect it all together. And it's like, yeah, it is all together kind of. And this bridge connects it all, so the city is not just some random parts that were kind of put together, but it is all actually one big family. I don't know. And you see, it's already night, and our Eiffel Tower looks so majestic and beautiful and wonderful, and our central business district is so shiny and shimmering. And still was trying to increase the land value. That's why I was using these parklets and some other parks. And we don't have that much left to do. I was still thinking of how should I use these parks, and still it is kind of hard to choose a place because we want to use as much space as possible, so you gotta be careful about that. Industry was complaining that it doesn't have enough workers, so I had to put these townhouses. I don't know if they will help. I don't know if industry needed the uneducated ones or the poor ones or whatever, I don't know. But that is almost it for us. You see, we got our building. See, some buildings already developed and became French looking, but the majority is yet to become so. So please, in 2 weeks there will be a mini Paris feature video. So please, until next time, stay tuned and goodbye.